In the last episode of Speedrunning SC2, we had a full best of 3 against a high-level pro player. We played it with Thor, Protoss, and Zerg, and it was amazing. Today, I can't imagine what else crazy the ladder has in store for us, so let's begin. Alright, first opponent is going to be a 5.8k barcode Zerg on Grassvan. Now let's see what we get. Okay, I was actually kind of in the mood for a Protoss game. For some reason, I really have cannon rushes in my mind today. But we did get Zerg. For some reason, I'm just not in the mood to do a proxy hatch right now. So I think what I'm gonna do instead is a really silly Zerg cheese. Well, actually, I'm gonna cancel that, yeah. I'm gonna do a silly Zerg cheese. Well, actually, proxy hatching is maybe the silliest of all. But I'm gonna do a different kind of silly Zerg cheese. I'm gonna go for a 12 pool. And then I'm actually trying to think of the builder. I believe you can make 3 drones and then an overlord. Maybe it's 2 drones, but I think it's 3. And then I'm gonna do a really insane link flood after. That is the plan. Now, I have to admit, I did this build before, but I don't really remember how the build goes. So it might be a little bit scuffed, but that's okay. Maybe I should have told my opponent I will Zerg, actually. Maybe then the builders would be slightly more favorable for me. But that's gonna be alright, I think. Now, I believe with this version, you do have to take a gas before the hatchery. Normally, you take the hatchery first, but with this one, you can make a gas first, I believe. And then the second overlord, I'm actually going to send it here. And then across the map, mostly because I want to see my opponent's overlord too. Now, should I make a queen first? I think probably, right? I'm actually not 100% sure on this. Yeah, this build is probably it's really funny because I'm making all these 50-50 decisions. And I'm not sure if I'm doing it perfectly or if my build is completely scuffed. So I guess we're going to find out soon enough. Now, this map does seem pretty long in terms of rush distance. My overlord is only just past the halfway mark. So that is perhaps something that could be good for us. We're going to be scouted later. He's not going to see our hatchery timing super fast, which is nice. And I actually think I'm not going to make a single drone more. Like, I know it looks crazy because I only have 9 on the minerals here. But I think it's maybe the best for me if I don't make even a single drone more. And then these guys are going to come off gas together with my speed. And now we're going to be, hopefully, okay, so it is a hatchery here. That is, I believe, a hatch first. I'm not 100% sure on the timings, but it looks like a hatch first to me. We need to make sure to keep these Zerglings rallied at home. I don't want to show too many of my Zerglings, of course. Did I make an overlord yet? I did not. Wait, he might lose this, actually, if he's not going to pull the drones already. The drones are supposed to be here, guys, I'm pretty sure. So where are the drones? Huh. This is interesting. Maybe we can kill a Zergling here. There we go. Zergling goes down. But he's actually straight up going to lose this hatchery, isn't he? That is not well done by him, guys. Like, normally this should be GG, but keep in mind I didn't actually make any more drones. So that's going to be interesting to see how it goes. His overlord's going to die as well. Wow, what a start for us. Now, this is a... Oh, no, it's actually not going to die. Oh, damn. This is actually slightly questionable because I needed injects, ideally. Let's see, how many Zerglings am I being chased by? It seems like 2 more Zerglings. So I can probably defend it with my queen and the Zerglings I have here. Like, keep in mind, I really don't want to show... I'm going to put a creep tumor down, actually, because that looks very macro if I do that, don't you think? Like, the level of mind games here are crazy. And he's going to double expand. I think it's working perfectly, guys. He thinks we have a hatchery, but in reality... I mean, we do have a hatchery, of course, but in reality, I'm not macroing at all. He's probably making drones. And here we go. I'm going to send a few Zerglings to kill those, and then we're going to link flood his base like crazy. The inject's going to work out as well. Let me do a quick surround. He does have a few banelings. Probably morphing at home as well, but I think that's gonna be completely fine. Those 2 banelings are gonna die. I think you can just kill those. There we go. And now we're gonna run straight into the main. He is even making a lair, guys. He had absolutely nothing. I think this build just worked out perfectly. Let me make sure to target those banelings. I want to really kill the queen here. Ooh, those links finishing was actually an unfortunate timing, but if he doesn't have banelings, he simply cannot survive this, I believe. I do like the location in which he's morphing, though, so I can't actually attack the queen, but obviously I have enough Zerglings, and our mind game has worked perfectly. I think the first time, well, actually not the first time, because we did some link drops, but one of the first times I didn't do a proxy hatch, especially in ZVZ, and we absolutely smashed it, targeting that spine so it goes down. He has a lair, and he has a bunch of gases. He was making a 3rd base, but it doesn't matter at all. And this, I'm still not sure if we executed the build right, but the mind games were on point. He bought everything. He bought the hatchery. He didn't save his own hatchery, and that was his downfall. And in this game, we almost looked as if we were a good Zerg, which is crazy. Let's go to game number 2. Alright, second game of the day. Oh, there we go again. We're playing against Clem's Protoss, and I think we played against Clem's Protoss in I want to say Planetary Fortress Rush. Now we're going to play him with Speedrunning, and we did get Terran, which is very good for us. Now, what kind of cheese could you beat someone? If you don't know, by the way, Clem is literally a European champion in StarCraft 2. He won the last 2 European championships. But he is a Terran player, so this is his Protoss, which is obviously also 6.3k. So what kind of cheese can I do that works against people not playing their main race? Because when it comes to mechanics, when it comes to like mostly abusing Terran builds, he's gonna be insane, right? Like, he's a Terran player, he will know the weaknesses of Terran. But I still feel like there's always a little bit of instability in the early game of stuff. A cheese I'm thinking of, for example, is the Flying Thor cheese, because it's so weird. He might not have played against it before, so that could actually be a fantastic idea. And I just think I'm gonna go for it. I'm going to be playing double gas here, then go for a Drilling Claw Mine Drop. If I remember correctly from that Planetary Fortress game I played against him, he likes to play Twilight. Or did he play Phoenixes? No, he did play Phoenixes. Oh yeah, that is actually not the best thing ever to realize, because Phoenixes is pretty good, or are pretty good against Terran cheeses overall. There are some cheeses that are good against Phoenixes, like maybe some kind of super weird stim timing or something. But besides that, Phoenixes do shut down all the early harassment and stuff. So that is slightly unfortunate if he were to play that again. I'm going to send another SCV just so I can finish his barracks in time. Don't really have to bother with killing the probe, to be honest. And he hasn't scouted for my double gas, which is perfect, because I'll just be able to wall him out. And now he has no idea what's up. To him, this might just look like a normal double gas. Though he does know I'm a random player. I'm not sure if he knows who we are. In that Planetary Fortress Rush game we played against him, he was also suspiciously quiet. So I'm not sure if he knows who we are. But random is always suspicious. I'm telling you guys, if you play against a random player, especially at high MMR, you're always expecting some really weird stuff. So, yeah, maybe he's gotta play a little bit extra safe, but I guess we're gonna see. I'm gonna go for the instant reactor. I haven't cut SCVs out of gas. I'm not sure if that is supposed to be like that, but it feels a little bit better. I just want to make sure my Thor is not extremely delayed or anything. Now, I definitely feel like he's hiding his probe somewhere, so I'm just gonna be looking for the probe. Let's see, no probe here. Also, no proxies to be found, which is quite nice. Oh, there we go. Really, he must be wondering, like, how did he scout me here? But that is the benefit of the memory I have when it comes to StarCraft games. I feel like I very often remember people's names and their habits and stuff. I only played against him once before, and I know from that game that he hit his probe to scout later, and he actually took a while to scout. Like, he didn't send it instantly. Like, he definitely waited a little bit to send it in, so that's why I scouted a little bit further than normal. Normally, I wouldn't go that far to scout, you know, a simple probe. Normally, I would like to go across the map and see what my Protoss opponent's up to. Now, I hope he walks into that Widow Mine. That would be a nice start. Let's see. I kind of imagine that it's Stargate again, but it could also be something different. Let's see. Wait, why did he... Oh, yeah, because I was random. Okay. So it's... Oh, it's actually a Twilight. Okay. Twilight. Do I like that more or less than Stargate? I'm actually not 100% sure about that. I think I need to make... It's only 2 mines, I think. Not sure about this one, but... I think I vaguely remember when I made 3 Widow Mines, then the Thor actually felt like it was super late. So, there we go. Now, I do want to get this Adept of my natural. I'm sure it's here somewhere, just kind of having a peak that I don't want it to have. See, we'll just shift-click around my natural like that. And then I'm going to get my Cloaked Armor Widow Mines. He does have a Robo building already. And what I want to do here is I want to distract him as much as possible to the point that he doesn't start an Immortal. Because an Immortal is going to be super good against a Thor, of course. But if he doesn't start it because he doesn't realize he's being Thor all in, then he's just scared of Mine Drops. That would be the ideal scenario. He's Chrono Boosting Blink, which I think I'm fine with. Blink is not the scariest thing here. It can do a lot of damage. I think the grenade's going to work. Oh, really good micro by him, actually. I mean, as you could expect. Right, okay. I'm actually going to get one of these Widow Mines to go to the main base. And that's going to be the perfect scenario for me. I also have a lot of SCVs. I'm going to pull a lot of them already. And then this one, I'm going to fly it into the main base. I think I can drop it, actually. It's going to be quite fine here. There we go. That's dropped. And now my Thor is coming across. I'll follow it with some siege tanks. That mine might get one more shot. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, the observer is right there. And now my Thor is coming. He has no idea, but he does have the battery. Keep that in mind. The battery is going to be essential in defending this. If he doesn't... If the units don't come to the natural, guys, we could actually try and kill this. Here we go. The Thor has arrived. And he might activate the battery right away, actually. I'm just going to try target it down. I'll put these on auto repair. You can go on hold position. And then the Thor should be able to do a lot of damage. There is the battery being activated. I could consider retreating. Yeah, the battery is just going to be a little bit too strong here. So I'll just hold position to Thor and wait for the battery to be over. He does have a lot of gateways. He actually went for a 4-gate blink, and that is going to be pretty tough to play against. You want to be a little bit closer. I need to get the Thor in range of these buildings, so he just shoots for free all the time, basically. That's the plan. And there we go. Hold position on the Thor. SCVs need to keep repairing hardcore. There we go. The SCVs are going to do a really good job here, of course. SCVs are super good against this. As you can notice, another Stalker coming down. My tank is on the way. Oh, he's going to go for the medevac here. Interesting choice. He's losing a lot for it, though. But he is going to kill it in the end. I feel like my tank is arriving so slow. Is this map maybe a little bit too big for this strategy? I think that is the case, because this tank arrived super slow. I did keep it at home for a while. But it looks like we are going to be defended. Clem obviously playing really well, but I swear, guys, at some point we're going to get him with these silly challenges, okay? I promise. GG well played. Really good micro by him. But yeah, I think the main limiting factor here was actually just that the map was too big. It felt like everything took really long to come across. Even once I F2'd the tank, I was kind of expecting it to be here already. So that is something that, yeah, that it kind of sucks. It happens because I haven't practiced that much on this map. Well, I haven't practiced on this map as a pro player, so I don't really know the intricacies and stuff. But now I know Gressvan is not that good for cheeses from home because it's just a little bit too big. But we learned a lesson. I did like the attempt. I feel like it was pretty close. The Thor was doing really well. Maybe with a few more SCVs or maybe on a smaller map we could have done it. For now, let's go to game number 3. All right, third game of the day is going to be against the Protoss on altitude. Let's see what we get. All right, we got Terran again. Going to be able to take a little bit of revenge, hopefully, after that losing that last TVP. Now, what is a really cool... Ooh, I do actually have an idea for a cool cheese. All right, let's do this. I'm going to go for... I want to just, like, proxy everything. Sounds a little bit absurd. I'm just going to go and proxy everything. And what I want to do is just end up dropping a million mines in his base super fast, basically. So I'm going to proxy... I'm going to tell him I'm Terran, because I think he probably shouldn't scout that early. Maybe if he was scouting me in, like, a PVZ timing, he would already be sending that worker back. So I'm just going to proxy here, get a reactor really fast. It is... maybe a little bit close to his base. He could technically scout that with a... He was Protoss, right? Yeah, okay. Just double checking. He could technically scout this location with a probe at some point, but that should be okay. I just want to get a factory up, a reactor, a starport, and just like start sending mines into his base really fast. And ideally, he just dies to the widow mines. If he doesn't, I might have to transition to something more... you know, with a little bit more brute force, such as Marine Tank. I mean, we do have 6 minutes in the end. I'm always trying to cramp my builds into 6 minutes if possible. And I think with this build, it should probably be okay. I mean, I definitely can't expand, but that's all right. Sometimes I like to expand for the mind games. Else, it tends to become a little bit painfully obvious, you know, what I'm doing. But it's going to be all right. So the probe is scouting me at a normal timing. Means that the fact that I told him I was Terran is going to work out just fine. That's nice. Let's see. Oh, for a second I thought my factory was going to be late, but it's actually almost the perfect timing, I think. If you look at the resource ratio, slightly behind on minerals, but almost perfect, so that's fine. This Marine is basically going to guard my reactor. So at some point I'm going to have to swap my factory over to the reactor from the barracks. And if there's like any kind of unit in there, they can block it. And that is pretty much the entire purpose of the Marine here, to just make sure that doesn't happen. Now I still need to manage to fit an armory in my build. I guess I really wanted to cut gas, because if you look at my gas count right now, it's getting pretty high. But if I want to make an armory, a starport, and reactor with a mine, I believe that's 250 gas all at once. So I should probably just keep going what I have now. What do I do with my barracks? Do I want to fly it all the way back home? Or do I want to keep it around a little bit? I'm actually going to make my starport up here, because it feels a little bit safer. This one is going to go back. I'll just keep the barracks here for now. I'm not 100% sure about it, though. And then we're going to get a depot, because in a little bit I will be blocked on supply. I don't think I need to make the 3rd and 4th widow mine right away, because my medevac's not going to be finished in time anyway. But armory is going to come down now. You know, every time I make an armory and I have a tech lab on a factory, because like I said, I might be making tanks later, I do kind of get tempted, like, should I just make a Thor, you know? I mean, I have the armory anyway. I might as well get a cheeky Thor in there, but here, maybe not the best idea. Now, we have been scouted, and he saw that it's widow mine. So what I'm thinking here is he will make... Oh my god, no way, he just... I'm pretty sure he even saw me burrow that, guys. That is not great. I mean, I like the fact that he set a Stalker to pressure, but that is not great. But what I was gonna say, since he scouted this early, I'm already gonna go for that transition because he should just have detection up in time. If he doesn't, then I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, looks like he's gonna get all the units in his main base. Detection should be up as well. And then I'm just gonna start a few extra depots. Hopefully get a tank out in a decent time. Here we go, you're gonna be boosted. I think I'm actually gonna try to be smart here and go for the natural. I think he's expecting everything to come into the main. So his Stalkers must be positioned there. That's kind of what I'm thinking anyway. Probably going for a robo. And then we're sneakily gonna drop the natural. And just like I said, not a single unit to be found there. That is beautiful. Now, he's not really making a lot of probes to begin with, I do have to say. Let's see, I'm gonna move these Widow Mines over. Let's see if I can distract him. Now, he's still taking the main. Yeah, the fact that he has an observer there kind of makes me think he doesn't have blink, which could be pretty interesting. This, I'm just going to keep on burrowing it to do an infinite amount of damage, basically. That's the plan. Maybe if he's not paying attention, I can kind of chase him down. Look at this. He has to run for my freaking Widow Mines now, which is pretty funny. And even now, I can do some retargeting, and I'm going to get a Stalker for that retargeting. That's beautiful. Maybe buy a little bit more time. Yeah, there we go. This is actually very nice. And then we're going to have to end up pulling some SCVs for this. He walled off completely, and I don't think he has blink, which means I should just be able to siege this. If he does have blink, this is gonna be a little bit scary. But if he doesn't, like I don't think he does, this could just be like 2 free gateways for me to kill, basically. Now, wait, yeah, you could technically make a War Prism. He has 4 gates and a robo, guys. If there's a War Prism here, he could ferry like a crap ton of units to the low ground. I'm gonna try to not kill the other gateway that fast. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna try to kill it now because he wants to do that. Exactly. There we go. He's gonna dive, but the Liberator is gonna do so much damage here, guys. Look at that freaking Liberator. Sadly, the SCVs arrived slightly too late, so I wasn't able to repair that up completely. But with the amount of damage I did, it doesn't seem like he's able to make that many Stalkers in the end. And now he doesn't have the super battery anymore, which is fantastic. I'm gonna zone those Stalkers off with this Liberator. And then I'm going to try to sneak in a little bit more. There we go. Second Liberator is going to go up here. Going to be able to kill that battery. Oh, that Stalker taking so much damage there. Second tank should be coming in any minute. He does have an Immortal, but the Liberator is in such a good position there. I'm not sure if he can break that, guys, without freaking super battery. I don't think it's possible. He's going in. I was just about to pull the SCVs because 6 minutes are being approached, but it doesn't even matter. And this cheese actually looked quite strong because if you think about it, he went for a robo detection really fast, which makes complete sense to deal with the Widow Mines, but at the same time, he didn't have blink and he couldn't break my tank line. So this cheese actually looked very strong. I might try this again later on. This was pretty incredible. And for you guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch y'all for the next one. Adios.